The All-American Otaku Show.
Hello everybody, welcome to the All-American Otaku Show. This episode is about the movie review of the anime Blue Lock Nagi series, or series Nagi. Blue Lock is an anime that plays a lot like the Squid Games, in the fact that there's various different events. It's almost like a fight to survival type thing. But only this one, you don't lose your life if you fail. Your soccer career is over. And Blue Lock's whole goal is to try to create the best striker. And the best way the director, also known as Ego, thinks he could create the best striker is creating someone who is a complete egotist. So he creates a series of events such as tag with the ball. And you can't use your hands to tag the ball. The last person with the ball is out, and then they have to leave when the time goes out. There's also events where it's a group of split up in several groups. They go Group A versus Group Z and so forth and so forth. And more that's eliminated there, except for the person who scores foremost there gets to move on to the next round. This anime, the anime itself follows a guy who's on a soccer team and has higher aspirations, but then ends up getting beat because he passed the ball and the guy misses. And the guy who he beats and him are invited to this big facility called Blue Lock. Eventually, he finds more people that are like him, some people who are more skilled, and various other things as such. But the movie follows two different people that are not in the anime series as main characters. One being just a standard guy who all he wants to do is play video games and relax and do absolutely nothing with his life. This guy is like almost drops his cell phone and he stops it with his foot. That's when the rich kid of the school, who wants to be a soccer professional, win the World Cup, and become this great soccer player, sees this and thought to himself, I must have this guy for my team. Me and him, with his help, we could become the greatest soccer players to ever live. Better strikers. Eventually, he convinces this guy who doesn't really want to play soccer and just wants to play video games and relax to join him. Together they won championships, they beat all these great teams. One of the teams they beat out early on at the very beginning is supposed to be this great team in their province of Japan. And eventually one of the scouts for Blue Lock sees these two and they're like, we need to recruit these two for Blue Lock to possibly become Japan's greatest striker, if not the greatest striker in the world. Eventually he reluctantly joins and sees what's going on, and everyone tries to rush become into there and join the facility. He's sitting back where Ego, the facilitator, says, don't you want to be the best? Don't you want to strike out? No, I just want to relax. I already know I could score if I want to. I already know I could win in the World Cup. There's nothing this will show me that's any different. I just want to stay and play video games. And that's when his friend suggests, we could do this together. I will join with you. Just come with me and join. They end up going in there, and he agrees, if I do this, we stick together. It's me and you. At the facility of the tag thing, he tries to get himself eliminated, but then he realizes his friend who was almost going to get eliminated, so he gets the ball, and he nails one of the players right in the chest as time expires, thus giving him the last part of the ball and that guy eliminated. Eventually they're set up into various groups where they win. At first he was like, oh, I'm just going to be the goalie and relax on the netting of the goalie. Now I'm going to try to get myself eliminated so I will not have to play this soccer again. Eventually he says, okay, his friend says, oh, if you score 3 goals, they'll give you your phone back so you can play your video game. He scores 3 quick goals, and eventually he scores more and goes there. Eventually, being a top team, they have to go to against one of the worst teams. There he sees the passion, he sees the strength and the determination of them, and he wants more. And eventually they score and the other person tied, and eventually he realized, I like this game. I want more of this game. I want to feel this. This leads the tension between him and his friend, because it wasn't his friend who got him to like the game. It was necessarily the competition. The anime leaves off into an opening thing, Team Blue Lock versus Team Japan. This is a fairly well put together and really well anime. The only downside of this anime is it leaves off you wanting more, which is also a good thing, but it doesn't really conclude a story. This anime, for what it is, and continuation of an anime series, I give it a 5 out of 5. A really good to watch.